All right. End of story.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to the WalterFootball.com After Dark Show for June 11th, 2025. We're doing the 2025 U.S. Open picks and DFS picks and whatnot. We had Johnny Vegas, first round leader last time for the PGA Championship at 500 to 1. That was Butters and Nuggets with teaming up to call that. That was an awesome bet. Last week, I had Ryan Fox outright 70 to 1. So hopefully we cook up some great stuff for the U.S. Open. I think we do have some great stuff. Nuggets told me that he did a lot of homework, so I'm curious to see what he came up with. And I think that I have 4 outrights that I bet, and one of them we agree. So I can't wait to hear the other bets and whatnot. But before we get into that, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, I'm wearing something for the merch store. It's our navy blue Walter football t-shirt, very fancy. Wear this at weddings if you want. You can get any of these shirts at 15% off. And you'd be like, where's this navy blue shirt? I don't see it here. I only see green and black. You can go in and change all the colors. You can get stuff in hoodies too. Now, hoodies are more expensive, but still, it's 15% off. We have our apron. We have our mugs. We have a lot. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one, Jerks of the College Years. Look at this, 5 out of 5 ratings. Must be the best book of all time. So you guys can check that out. Also, please consider super chats, super stickers. It's the best way to support the show. Really, you guys, you helped us out a lot. Slew, John Sanders have been leading the way. Also, Cam McNeagle, Degeneron, Armac, Karmic, the boss, Evan, Daniel. You guys have been so great with the contributions. I can't say enough. All right. We're joined. Let's go from top to bottom here. Butters and Nuggets, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. And to be fair, I completely forgot. I was looking up some t-shirt options because you were talking about like an auto pen option at one point. Yeah. And I was like, oh crap, I forgot to do my homework. So I'm going to do the meme of Mr. Bean doing this to Nuggets right now to try to steal your work.
Nice. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I have 2 new shirts. We have 100% USD man. That was the Matt Millen quote, or he kept weirdly calling people 100% USD man. With Kvass's, of course. You have to have those. And there should be one. Here we go. This might offend people. I don't care. Watson and Tucker massage parlors. Get your happy ending today. So, yeah, you can get that.
If you're Robert Kraft, you would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should send one to Robert Kraft. Actually, we have a free Gruden t-shirt on the merch store. We actually sent it to John Gruden. He was like really happy about it. So, all right, Nuggets, how's it going?
Well, as Brandon put out, our man is free and back, and the answer is yes. The rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Nice.
I am alive and well. I apologize for missing out. Was it last week? Only due to I got a sick kid. I mean, what are you gonna do?
I do appreciate the Calvin and Hobbes shirt, by the way.
I mean, if we're gonna have some fun this week at the U.S. Open, I mean, you got to bring Calvin and Hobbes because everybody knows you need an imaginary character to make this thing work because these roughs are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing videos. I mean, we're talking a par 70. 7,372 yards. Rory played it today and got an 81.
Wow.
That's plus 11. And he said he did good. Well, Rory, you suck because you're a loser piece of shit. Thank you, James. And by the way, thank you, Roy, for cashing my Masters bet. So okay, fine.
Yeah,
we'll give you that. We'll give you a little leeway. But you're telling me plus 11 and you feel good? Like I'm a little worried about this course. Like it's kind of freaking me out that there's not a single tree on this course.
I've got hot takes.
There are 0 water hazards. But there are 168 bunkers.
So there's a bunker that's 100 yards.
So yes. What you described was North Dakota.
Yes, basically, or Montana. I mean, they both suck. All the Dakotas should merge with Montana and just make one state, and that'd be fine. But anyway, we won't get into that. This week, I'm really looking at accuracy. Like, I don't care how far you hit the ball. I care if you hit it straight, because that's the biggest thing here. Because if you get off course, one thing, if not the bunkers are going to kill you, the rough is going to kill you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm freaking out about the most. And
I have another hot take too that you haven't mentioned, but we'll get there.
You're allowed to have hot takes, but let me finish. Here's my other big stats. 5 of the last 6 U.S. Open winners at Oakmont were first timers.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
All right, so bear with me because they've been playing the U.S. Open for a while. Okay. Jack Nicholson, 62. Johnny in 73. Ernie Els, 94. Angel Cabrera, 07. And then DJ in 16. So I think a first timer is going to win it. And I think it's going to be a Euro weenie. I'm thinking like a Hovland, Aberg, Joaquin Neiman, which we'll get to, and then Hatton. Like, also one could argue Shane Lowry because he's got great horse history here. I think he won it here, if I remember right. Where's my sheet? Hold on. No, he finished second here in 2016.
Okay.
So anyway, that's my little course overview. This course, I wish I could play it, but it's in the middle of freaking Pennsylvania, so I never want to go to Pennsylvania, other than to go to Philly. I'll visit you in Philly, but I'm not going freaking out to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
it's pretty
sucks.
Yeah, the farthest west I've gone with just driving is State College because I went to
the furthest I've gone is Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's it.
Okay.
I've been to Pittsburgh once, and I had
you needed a tetanus shot afterwards.
No, not really. But I did go. What's that sandwich place again? Is it Panini?
Pimenti's.
Yes, it was so good I had to go back twice. It was very good.
Butters, we're talking about like losing weight. We can't have 2 Pimenti sandwiches.
That's something I need to do. It's been pretty rough ever since we had the kids here.
We get it, man. I mean, like hell, I'm up 20 pounds and I shouldn't be, but
yeah. I lost like 40 pounds. I have this story where before my wedding, like 3 months before my wedding, I was like 210, and I decided to go back to the weight I was when I met my wife. So I got down to like 168, and I stupidly got tailored at 210, and I put on my suit on my wedding day. I'm like, why is this so baggy? I'm like, oh my God, I got tailored to 210 and not 168. And so I looked like a kid going to a bar mitzvah. Like, it was ridiculous. But now I'm back to 210. So
just do some GLP-1 drugs. You'll be fine.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. So
hey, true story. I got a family member that was at 360. Okay. They're almost at 300 now.
That's awesome. Yeah, my dad did something similar. He was, I think he was, I don't want to say, but he lost like 50 pounds. I don't know where he started when he finished. He lost like around 50 pounds too. So yeah, that's awesome to hear. I mean, anything like that's inspiring. It's tough to keep the weight off though. That's like
100%. I mean, but I mean they're a little bit older, but like, it takes a toll on your knees. You're not wrong, Brandon.
Anyway, so
I might join you in that next. I mean, they try to get me on Zepbound, but that's a whole other story. We'll talk about that. That's the WalterFootball.com weight loss podcast that happens on Thursdays at 1 a.m.
Yes, 1 a.m. Eastern. So definitely check that out. You were talking about how tough this course is. Bryson DeChambeau. I don't know if you saw that video that he posted.
Oh yeah, I just saw. Yeah.
Yeah, he did the whole round, and he actually went. He shot par throughout the whole round, and he had a couple of putts that were super close to going in. So he could have shot 2 under. So that was pretty impressive. But he called it the toughest course on tour. He called the course the Beast. And so like we were saying, they have 100-yard bunker. So many bunkers, it's crazy. The rough is 6 inches. The fairways are so thin, and the holes are super long too. They're 2 par 5s that are 625 yards and 610.
Yeah, which are not reachable in 2.
No, definitely not. There's a par 4 that's 500 plus yards, and there's 1 par 3 that's almost 300 yards. So, which seems like ridiculous. I think that's the 8th hole, if I remember correctly. So, this is going to be fun to watch. The last time they had the U.S. Open here, there were 4 guys on their par. That's it. So we might see the winning score might be -3, -4, maybe -2, -1. So
there was a crazy bet on DraftKings. I should have sent it to you guys. it was like plus 9,000 or plus 90,000. I forget. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
Okay.
And it was like for anyone not to have a bogey in the tournament was like, hold on,
Like bogey free tournament.
bogey free tournament.
Not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
any single golfer to have a good bogey free tournament.
Yeah, and it was like plus 90,000.
Wow. Yeah, I don't like maybe throw $5 on it at most, but
I might. I seriously,
Yeah.
it was only on DraftKings. I might do it just for the shits and giggles of like somebody not bogeying the entire tournament.
That seems so difficult on this course.
It does, but it's so ludicrous. It's like you're kind of tempted just to.
Yeah, it's true. We comment here. Let's talk about the final episode of The Sopranos airing tonight. 18 years.
Oh my God! Do we need? Oh,
that's crazy. I can't believe it's 18 years. I actually didn't watch it live because
I can't believe he's dead.
I know. It's such a shame. I would love like a reboot, but you can't have it without him.
I mean, you can try with his kid, but all this shit's been terrible.
No, it would have to be like new characters. Maybe you can like mention them here and there, but like.
But they really didn't, and like they never really focused on New York. The only thing they could do is really basically blow up New York.
Yeah.
Right. And like you could bring some of those guys back, but some of them are dead too.
Yeah.
I think the guy who played Phil Leotardo is dead.
Yeah, I think so. You'd have to have all new characters. Maybe like a small guest appearance here and there, but like you'd have to go a different direction. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't watch it live because I got my dad the DVDs and I thought we'd watch it. But then I moved out of my house and then I watched it like a few years ago. So I was like fairly new to it. So it's kind of like fresh in my mind. But I do remember people talking about the finale. So yeah, Dexter got a reboot, but I mean the guy who played Dexter's still alive, like Tony Soprano, the actor who played him.
Oh, Michael C. Hall, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Dexter reboots have been okay. I haven't seen the new one yet, but apparently the one with his like that's the kid that gets the hidden demon or whatever they called it, or the Dark Passenger. Dark Passenger, that's what they called it.
Yeah.
I heard was okay, but now they're bringing. I don't know how you bring back some guy who blew up in a boat.
Right.
Because the Dexter finale was so underwhelming that they killed the best character. They killed his sister.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, brutal.
It was pretty bad. All right. So, Butters, you said you had some stuff for us before we begin talking about individual golfers. Is that true, or do you want to like mention it as we go through?
It wasn't individual golfers. It was just different ways to think about the tournament. So.
Okay.
One, I guess we could start talking about the top of the board anyway with Scotty Scheffler, because from what I've been hearing is that the last couple of days he's just been grinding putts from like 5 to 10 feet, and just putt after putt after putt after putt after putt, because he knows the fact that you're going to need you might be 2 or 3 putting every single green at this place, and so he knows that he needs to make every single one of these.
Yeah, the we didn't mention the greens. They're very big, but they are also super difficult. It's like a mini golf course almost, like all these slopes and stuff. It's insane. So yeah, that's why this course.
Who had that crazy putt today? It was like 122 feet.
Oh, that was it Novak?
Well, no, it wasn't Novak. It was God damn it! This is why I need to save everything in my bookmarks when I see it.
That's why I have so many tabs open. Now you guys know.
You're like my wife. You have so many tabs open, and you're blowing through my memory and destroying a computer.
Yeah,
but I still love you.
That's why I want like the top of the line here, just so I can keep doing it. It's the only reason. Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense for Scheffler to keep practicing his putts because that's the weak part of his game. Although I would say this, that as we get into Scheffler, he's like south of 3-1. He's like plus 265 or 280 or depending on where you look. And on
the field was only plus 400. I'm like, Scotty versus the field at plus 400 feels a bit like I don't want to touch that. I expected it to be better than that, not plus 400.
I love all the people that are like, I don't want to touch it, where it's like, this is every single time this happens, that's when Scheffler goes out. Every single time.
Well, yeah, everyone wanted Scotty to, what was it? Was it the
The books are
Memorial
making more
or
money because they're like, oh, I'm just going to bet without Scheffler and everything, or just going to bet
what?
against
It was the
him.
Memorial where Scotty was like -1 after 2.
Yeah.
And then he basically just said, F it, I'm gonna go win this tournament. And just turned it on 3 and 4.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
So Scheffler is 14-4 on DraftKings. I bet Scheffler to win the PGA Championship. I bet him to win the previous tournament, the Memorial, even though the odds weren't great. I'm not betting him here. I don't like these odds compared. Like, he's priced the same as he was at the Memorial, and which is kind of crazy because like here he has to go against Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy and all the top guys, and like there were some guys missing for the PGA Tour from the Memorial, and he didn't have the live guys to contend with. So it's kind of weird that he's priced the same here. And Scheffler's biggest strength is his iron play, his approach. And like I feel like approach doesn't mean all that much on this course because the greens are so wide, and it's like more of a first shot course. So that is why I'm not betting Scheffler. He could definitely win. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm just saying that, like, given his odds, I'd rather go elsewhere. So are you guys betting him, playing him? What are you guys doing here?
I'm definitely playing him.
I think I'm playing him in DFS. I don't think I'm betting him. I mean, it just doesn't make it's not super profitable unless you're like putting like thousands of dollars. Right. I mean, like, I'd rather go put some shots on like guys that are 4 digits or 5 digits to win this, or even like to do like a top 5, top 10. I could see Scotty getting a top 10. Like, he grinds his balls off, right? I mean, no one's gonna argue that he's like the best golfer right now out there. He's just killing it. But like, can you really be Tiger level? Like,
Oh yeah.
and just win everything? And at this course, I feel like it's Tiger / Scotty proof.
Yeah.
Because Scotty's accuracy is not the best.
What's his odds to Grand Slam this year?
I have no idea right now.
Because that may honestly be like, if you're thinking about like actually betting him, it might not be a bad idea just to bet that.
Well, he doesn't have the Masters, so he's already gone from that.
I think he means. I assume he means career Grand Slam, right?
Career Grand Slam.
Oh, I thought you meant like your Grand Slam. Okay.
Yeah, winning the next 2. So
I
win
the British. That's gonna be Justin Rose. I'm telling you right now.
Justin Rose. I was thinking John Rahm for that.
John Rahm could win. I honestly, I think Rahm's gonna win this.
You think so? Okay. Well,
I think so.
Before we get to that, the
We'll
odds
get to that.
of, actually, I was trying to parlay the Open and the U.S. Open. It wouldn't let me here, but I'll keep looking. So, all right. Well, let's finish with Scheffler first.
Yeah, there's nothing about career grand. Sorry, Butters. There's nothing.
Yeah. So, anyway, so I like you guys said you're playing him. Like, so I guess that like how are you starting your lineups then? Are you playing Scheffler?
I'm running
Rory,
10
Scheffler?
lineups in the lotto. 5 are with Scotty, 5 are without.
Okay.
Just because the price is just so prohibitive. Like, Scotty has to win to make it work. And this is the same thing we talked about at the Memorial, the same thing we talked about at PGA Championship. Like, his price is just so out of the stratosphere that you need at least 1 to 2 of these 5K guys to work. And by the way, all these 5K guys suck. I mean, I considered Phil Mickelson because he's trying to get the career Grand Slam at 58, and he had the crazy ass shot at Live last week. But I could see Phil just being like, F it. Because he's just one of those guys that I don't know if he wants to grind to get it.
Okay.
So, I mean, because if Phil didn't have the money from Live, then I think he's a different story. I think it's one of those of like, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen it with Phil, but given last week,
Phil will be in my player pool.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in the player pool 100%. But if he's my last in, I'm a little nervous. I'll put it that way.
We're jumping the gun when it comes to Phil because he's 5,800. But
there's so many other guys that are like completely mispriced in this tournament, and it makes no effing sense to me. Like Corey Connors is mispriced, Davis Riley is mispriced. Like all these guys are extremely mispriced just because Scotty's 1,400 or 14,000. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw one guy in the mid sevens. I thought he'd like before looking at his price, I thought it'd be like 85 or 87. I was like, oh my god, what is going on here? So yeah, you can definitely.
I thought I was high, and I didn't take any gummies, so I don't know what the hell DraftKings did this week, but this pricing is just insane.
Yeah,
I'll say my take on Phil because it'll kind of go into what I'm going into this week with how I'm looking at the players, or like who that I want like in my player pool, and that's like I'm looking at what I've been reading here as well this week is reading and listening to podcasts. I've been hearing about the bunkers just being absolutely terrible.
Yes.
And the first thing that came to my mind with hard bunkers was Ocean Course. And who came out of nowhere and won the Ocean Course last time? Lefty Phil. Out of nowhere. And I'm like, if this is the one time where like no one's talking about it yet, he can. I mean, he was fourth place last week at Live. Yes, it's Live, but it's still like maybe he's got some sort of luck. Maybe we can have two golfers this season to have career Grand Slams. I mean, this is probably his only chance. Tough course, play pars, get some random birdies, get yourself into contention. I could see.
Okay, remind me of the U.S. Open rules. Like, is this his last year to be eligible? Because freaking Mark Leishman is in this tournament, and I thought he was dead.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I mean, granted, I know he's a past winner, but I thought if you hit a certain age, you couldn't play in this anymore.
I don't know. I mean, Mickelson's still doing well on Live. Like, granted, it's like where they play like goofy golf on the Jersey Boardwalk. Like it's hard to take that seriously, but still, I mean, he's one of the all-time greats. So. I don't know. I will not be on him, but I could see a world in which like he does well. So the other top two guys are Rory McIlroy, the Masters winner from this year, and Bryson DeChambeau.
Fake win.
Okay.
Win.
You get your take on that.
He cheated with the driver. Like he had to switch his driver this week.
Yeah, that's good.
No, he was on the he switched back to the TaylorMade AI 35s, which was what she won with the Masters. But then again, they called that one an illegal driver. So I don't know how he's back using an illegal driver here. So I don't know what's going on. But then he shoots +9 and just gave up for the Royal Canadian. Granted, I get it. It's Royal Canadian, right? I mean, like, okay, whatever. But I'm sorry. I still think he's, to quote our dear friend James, who is no longer with us, this guy is still a loser piece of shit.
He is, but look at his record this season on signature events and majors.
Yeah, signature events, majors, I agree. However, he encounters one little like rough, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck this."
Sure,
he's out.
But
like those previous major is 47th. You know, that's not going to get it done at 12-4. I'm off him. I bet him to win the Masters. You know, fake win or not, like he got in trouble with his driver, and he struggled at the Canadian Open, and now he has to kind of like rally and do well here. I really don't see it. Rory's accuracy is not very good, so he can get in a lot of trouble here, hitting into the bunker and whatnot. You don't want to bet Rory on courses where accuracy is super important. So I'm not touching him at all. I'm not betting him at all. And in fact, I'm betting against him. I bet Xander Schauffele I think is minus 125 over Rory at this tournament. I bet that. And I'm thinking about betting Rory to miss the cut at plus 250. Not sure if I'm going to get there, but it did enter my thoughts, so I might do it. So the other top guy is Bryson DeChambeau. He is plus 757 to win this on Bookmaker. I bet him. He's one of my 4 outrights. I think this course will go to him. I think he's the best fit for this course in terms of the top guys. You know, unlike Scotty Scheffler, like his weakness is approach play. And like I said, approach play doesn't mean all that much, but like he hits the ball farther than anyone. He can. He's pretty accurate. He putts well. And if you guys didn't see it, there's a video of him playing this course, and he shot par, which like doesn't sound great, but like this course is so difficult, par might win it. So and that was like on a windy day too. Like the conditions weren't very good, and he lipped out 2 putts. So he could have finished 2 under. I think this guy's like dialed in. He did a lot of preparation for this. So Bryson DeChambeau is my pick to win. I'm playing him in DFS. I'm betting him. So where do you guys land on him and Rory?
I'll be playing all 3.
Okay.
I'm not touching Rory. I love Bryson. I think he could repeat.
Yeah.
I hate Rory as a golfer. I hate Rory as a person. Sorry to say, but I like money. So, I mean, I'm looking at his record this year on signature events and majors, I can't ignore it. He's going to be lower owned. Can't ignore that.
If I may interject, if
I'm looking at Ocean Course comp, he won it. He won the PGA. He won the PGA at Ocean's Course. I can't ignore.
If I may interject, the problem I have with Rory is his price. If Rory was 11,000 or like 10.5, then it becomes a conversation of like Bryson and John Rahm, right? Mm-hmm. Over Rory.
I'm going to find a way.
Rory at 12.4 is Rory's got to win at 12.4 in order for it to work. It doesn't make sense. Like you could load up Scotty and Rory, right? But that's 27,000 out of 50K.
Yeah, like average price 5,800. Good luck.
So pick 5 guys that suck. Like the math doesn't work here. You're forced into a decision to which I say, screw them both. I'll grab Bryson. I'll grab Rahm. I'll grab Aberg. I'll grab the guys that I think have better. I hate to say better balls, but because I know Sky's got balls, Rory doesn't because his wife owns them. But I think could Scotty win this? 100%. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing is in DFS, I can't play Scotty because the math doesn't work.
Yeah,
like just take Scotty out right here.
I'm going to find a way
to remove Rory.
Yep.
Remove Rory. It's like 6,300 a player or something like that, or 7,100 a player.
7,120.
But that you still have to play at least 2 5K guys to make this work. And like, all right, so then you're gonna play Phil. Okay, cool. Yep. Play Phil. All right, he's 5,800. Play Johnny Vegas. He's 5,700.
Yep.
Okay. Now what? You got $8,000. In the 8K range sucks.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy. There's one guy.
Well, you got to go to sevens, but now you're treating apples for apples, right? I mean, why is Corey Connor 7,300? Like,
yeah, it's wild. He's gonna be so highly owned too.
I think Ben Griffin might be a sneaky bastard here.
He might be. Yeah, that's right next to him.
He was so hot coming into this. Him and Minwoo, they've been so hot coming in. All right, I know we're at the sevens. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll definitely get there, but yeah, I mean, I totally see what you're saying. It's difficult to play Scheffler here. If you sub out Scheffler and go to the DeChambeau with this ability of 91.66 per player, like you can basically do anything you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's why it's more appealing. I don't know about this the course comp because like this doesn't seem like a good course for Rory because like accuracy is so important here. And like that's his weakness. So I don't know.
Yep.
I think he's going to struggle here. Like the fact that he shot +9 in a practice round, that really
Plus
worries me.
11.
Plus 11, even worse. And the fact that they took his driver away too, and he struggled ever since they've done that. So I am totally off of him. I would not bet him. I wouldn't even play him if he was 10.5K. Like I just want to fade him completely. Like I said, I'm betting Schauffele -125 over him. So
okay, so I have a crazy ass weird stat that could apply to this.
Okay.
I looked at ball speed and height for the last 10 U.S. Open winners, and they all averaged between 180 and 190 miles per hour for ball speed, and their apex height was 112 feet. So I took those two comps, or those two things, and I found 11 golfers. I said, Rory, fuck you. And I pulled them out, and I think this fits this course. So bear with me.
Okay.
There's 11 names. Bryson's one. Minwoo, Rasmus Højgaard, John Rahm, Gary Woodland, Wyndham Clark, Xander, Taylor Pendrith, Aberg, and Steven Yeager.
Okay.
They all fit this. So my lineups are going to start at a minimum of those 12 guys or 11 guys.
And I think you can like kind of like whittle them down this list
exactly
too, because like
Yeager, I mean, everyone calls them Jaeger bombs. There's a reason we call him Jaeger bombs, because he hits shit long and hard, and he's accurate.
Yeah. I think you could, but I'm saying like I think you can remove like some guys, like for example, like Minwoo. He is awesome. I think the ball far, but his accuracy is really poor.
His accuracy is questionable. I'm not going to argue that, but I was going off just ball speed and
I'm saying
height.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That like you have this list of 11, but if you could cut it down to like 8 and like play those primarily, I think you could do that. Like I would put Minwoo out. I would like, what is Woodland gonna do here? I don't know. And like there's something wrong with Wyndham Clark. You guys told me that last time, and like I was on Wyndham Clark for the PGA Championship, and I definitely did not do well. So there's something off of this game right now. So like I feel like you could probably X him out as well and like go down to like 8 or 9 days.
I think Aberg. I mean, after last week, I think he's coming in on a high. I just got a good feeling about Aberg, man.
Aberg, I thought about betting Aberg. Like, I didn't do it, but he could.
He's a Euro weenie, first time winner, Bismarck criteria.
Yeah. Aberg's accuracy hasn't been that good this year, but like he is. I mean, he's super talented. He can definitely do it. So. All right, let's get to the 10. There's only 2 10Ks. There's Xander and John Rahm. I think they deserve their own slight discussion. The Schauffele, Xander won 2 majors last year, and then you have John Rahm, who's the Masters champion from a couple years ago. Are you playing any of these guys? Rahm, by the way, go ahead.
I love Rahm. I think he's the number 1 tipped guy this week, right, Butters? In the chart.
Look at that again.
I think he is. And he played great at the Masters. He played great at the PGA Championship. I mean, T8. I think the dude just wants to win again. Like, I know he's got the money, but now I think someone's gotten into him. Like, he's got like some crazy ass stats on Live where he's won like 15 out of 21 or something ridiculous since he joined this new team, or they're like T10. It's like T10 since he joined this new like team that they have over the last 18 months.
Yeah, sorry, he's always T10, but he doesn't have any wins, which is kind of about
right. But at a course like this where you have to grind your balls off, I could see Rahm doing it.
Yeah, I thought about it. The fact that like he hasn't won on Live this year kind of worried me. But like I said, I think like the Open might be better for him. But I think he could definitely win this. I have in my model, he's 4th on my model. So like, I definitely think
he's 5th in mine. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I might play him in DFS. We'll see. Like I'm definitely playing Bryce in my main lineup. he might be the other top guy. I like Xander a little bit, but I'm not gonna play him. I'd rather play Rahm. It's $200 cheaper. Xander doesn't seem to be like 100%. He did go T8 at the Masters, but other than that, like he hasn't really done much this year. Just coming back from that injury that he had in like January or February. So, Butters, are you playing either guy?
I probably not playing Xander.
Nope, not touching him.
I might
the only
actually
thing with Xander I have is with that against McIlroy. What'd you say?
I'm probably more than likely fading Rahm.
Okay.
Ouch.
Just because I'm prioritizing. Just because if I want the top three, Scotty, Rory, Bryson, I'm not going to be able to get to them.
Yeah. I mean that's gonna be tough to put any of these guys in. And in fact, the 9Ks are gonna be tough if you're gonna play both those guys that we talked about. So, in the 9Ks we have Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Oberg, Patrick Cantlay, and Justin Thomas. So we only have 4 guys in the 9Ks. We talked about Oberg already. I think that he is the best option in this group. I do like Justin Thomas a little bit, but I don't know. Past couple of tournaments, he's kind of like just kind of washed out. I don't know what happened to him.
He's broken.
Yeah, I don't know. He's trending down. This guy's so streaky. Like I see him trending downward. I'm like, I probably should stay away. Cantlay, his nickname's Can't Win, so no thanks.
And terrible beard, and he just scares me. He looks like some like clown that's going to attack me in the future.
I know.
He's also on the list of most tipped golfers this week.
Yeah,
he is.
That's outright. You mean?
Yes, your outright most tipped golfers at the moment. Your 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 8 most tipped golfers right now are Rahm, Harris English, Sepp Straka, Keegan Bradley, Albert, Neiman, Bryson, and Cantlay.
Okay. Well, I bet 3 of those guys. So it doesn't feel great. But
so did I.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great to be on the tip list. But I don't understand why anyone would bet Cantlay. In fact, I saw someone on Twitter. I don't know why they did this, but they parlayed McIlroy to win the Masters, Scheffler to win the PGA Championship, and then Cantlay to win the U.S. Open. And like it pays like an absurd amount. And like he can't really cash out like very well because like they know he's not going to do it here.
It's just like the guy who has like Philly, the Dodgers, the kid, right? Who's got like 270 grand riding on the Oilers and the Thunder to win. The problem is Oilers aren't, and you should have cashed at 120 grand and took your money and ran. You idiot.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I get 270. I understand it. But then I would have hedged the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah. You have to do something. Either cash out or
the fact is you're riding $13 and now you're down to 80. Like, you idiot. I understand the mentality. But, like, 120 grand is a lot of money.
Yep. Would you take the 80 now if you were him?
The way Florida's playing? So, all right. It's going to be interesting. Because of what happens tomorrow night.
Okay.
If Oklahoma City wins in Indy, which they should, I wonder how much the payout changes. Because the Oilers and the Panthers play Thursday. So would I take 80 right now? No. Would I have taken 120? Yes. If the Thunder win and the pay jumps to like 100K, I'd probably take it. But if it jumps like 85,
it'll probably not. It'll probably go to like 85 because the Thunder seem like so certain. Like the tough one is the Oilers right now. So
right. I mean, if the Oilers come back and win, I mean, you're basically hedging for the Oilers to win Thursday.
Yeah, which is why you should bet the Panthers.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
you should.
Yeah.
I mean, I got Panthers and Oilers, so I predicted this series is gonna go 7, regardless of who wins. I got
Okay.
plus 1,300 on both,
Oh, nice.
so I'm golden no matter what. I mean, assuming we go 7,
Right.
but I also have an outright on both of them to win it. I bet preseason.
Okay, nice.
So
Nice.
so I have the Panthers plus 750, and I have the Oilers plus 650 to
Okay.
win it. So I don't care who wins at this rate.
Yeah.
It's more of just like, what else can I accumulate? Um, so yeah, I mean, I put in short money on both of them. I mean, nothing like, I didn't put like thousands. I put like 50 on each.
Okay.
So I mean, it's good payouts regardless. I mean, for the Panthers, especially when I doubled down and then I did the Panthers 4-3. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
However, where the hell is Matthew Fitzpatrick in this?
Well,
Because
we'll talk about the 9Ks here.
because my 9Ks start with Matthew Fitzpatrick at 7,100 because
71.
I don't believe in a lot of these guys in 7Ks. I mean,
Well,
other than Neiman, Hovland, Lowry, and Aberg, that's all I trust in this range.
okay, so no sticking with the 9. So no Morikawa, no Cantlay. No, Cantlay can't putt. Morikawa can't putt. Thomas is trending downward. Oberg's the only one I could consider playing, but I think I'd rather play Rom or go down to the 8Ks. Butters, are you playing anyone in the 9Ks? I imagine with your build, it's going to be tough.
Scotty is grouped with Colin Morikawa and Victor Hovland. You can cut both of those guys out. Them two playing with Scotty for 2 days? Nope.
Unless Scotty screws up.
Yeah, which anyone can do at this course.
I mean, this course. I mean, I'm of the notion of this course is basically like built to beat Scotty.
Yeah, that's true because
any golfer. I mean, yeah. I heard that somebody who had like a 16 handicap would shoot like 120 here.
That's wild. That is,
and
crazy.
I'm like I am barely a scratch golfer on a good day, and you're telling me that with a handicap of plus 16 that I would shoot 120 here? Yeah. Like, and Rory telling me he's shooting plus 11. I don't know. Like, Morikawa, I think is just. I don't think he has balls. I really don't.
And he can't putt too. Like that's the big issue. And he's like not even getting top 10s. Last time he got
chase down leaders.
It was the Arnold Palmer.
Yes, it was the memorial against Denny McCarthy because I won a shit ton of money on this, and I had Hovland outright. I then also had Hovland like for everything, like top 5, top 10, blah blah blah, and he just didn't. He just had balls. And I think he might be back. Like, if I use the John Wick, like, gif, I'm thinking I might be back. I think Hovland might be back.
No. It might be. I don't know. The recent, like, he won. He beat Justin Thomas in that Valspar. Ever since then, he hasn't gotten top 10. And with him, like, iron play is his, like, forte. And, like, that's not really...
he's a second shot queen. Like,
that's not like that's not this course, you know.
Not here. No, you need driving distance. I mean, that's why I like the guys that are a little bit better. But would I be surprised if Hovland won it? No. I mean, between Hovland, Aberg, Neiman, and Hatton, I wouldn't be surprised if any one of those 4 won it.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room with Joaquin Neiman. This guy. What'd you say?
Our boy at plus 3,000. Let's go.
Yeah, we both bet Joaquin Neiman at 3,000
without knowing.
Right.
Without knowing.
Yeah, he has won 4 times this year. Granted, on live, but still. But here's the thing: like before the PGA Championship this year's, he had not finished top 15 in any major. But he's only 26, so he has room to grow. At the PGA Championship, he finished 8th, so kind of like finally, a sign of strength here for him. But he hits the ball super far. His accuracy is not great, but I think it's good enough to win. I think that like he has the upside to prevail here. Do you want to talk about why you like him?
No, I think you got hit nail on the head. I mean, the PGA Championship, T8, Masters, T29. Live guys traditionally do not get played a lot, and I just think his game is rounding into form. What was the stat I had on him? Hold on. Yes, he's not Rory. That was the stat I had on him. He's not Rory.
Yeah.
Because actually he gives a shit, and him winning a major would be awesome. He's almost like the younger version of Mateo from last week, where we bet him live to do a third round leader. Granted, he got a dead heat against Ryan Fox, but still, like the guy's got potential. I think he's underpriced. He should be in the 9Ks. He really, based off his performance off of Lib, he should be 9Ks. But nobody knows the name. I think he's your sleeper. Like that's why I bet him already to win it, top 5 and top 10. I think the dude's got some major cojones.
That's nice. Yeah, I like him too. I mean, he's my favorite option in this range. You mentioned before we start recording Tommy Fleetwood, who's
I did. My favorite
$100
top 10 king of the year, Tommy Fleetwood.
He always
The
finishes top 10.
dude. So if it wasn't for he would have had a top 10 at the Memorial, but he got screwed because of who made that crazy ass birdie putt? Was it Maverick McNeely or was it Adam Scott? It was one of the two that like knocked him out of the top 10 because he's got a crazy streak where like he's in 43 PGA events. He's finished top 10, but never won.
Yeah, never.
So he's got it's like it's just like my automatic bet of the week. Like, oh, Tommy Fleetwood's playing. Oh, bet him for top 10. Because he just cashes it consistently. So that's why I grabbed him. I think Tommy English. This I know Butters is going to disagree on this, but this feels like a British Open type course. Like it's so freaking hard.
I agree with you there. I agree with you.
Like he's like I think he just has more hunger than Rory. Like Rory's won a bunch of crap. Like he hasn't won anything yet in terms of like a major. And if you're gonna get your first win, it might as well be a major. I could see Fleetwood winning this. Like he's on my like list of guys that again, granted, 8 of the last 10 have been U.S. have been American born players. I think Fleetwood could win it. I mean, it's such a hard course. He's known as a ball striker. The dude just I don't know, he just produces. And I'd like to see him break through at least once, but and why not the US Open? Why not? Because this course is just it feels like I'm playing at Royal Troon right now.
Yeah, right. I'm off of top 10 and top 20 bets, but you might have convinced me to just do this one on Fleetwood.
Do a first round leader for top 10. I mean, those have been extremely profitable because those are just stupid money.
Okay, I'll look at it for sure. But yeah, you're right. Like this guy has never won, but he always gets top 10 or almost always gets top 10. He's very accurate. Like that. Like he's super safe. Like just based on how
he's the double condom play of the week.
Yeah, that's all like that. So I feel like you're safe with him, and I think like 8,800 is a good price for him.
I would agree with that. Like he's actually the one that I think is accurately priced for his performance and play. But like when we get down further, it's like, how did these guys get down here?
I know. Outside of that, in the 8Ks, you have we talk about Hovland. There's Koepka and Hideki Matsuyama.
If you would like some free money, bet Brooks Koepka to miss the cut at plus 105.
Plus 105 DraftKings. We bet that. I assume you bet it too. I bet it.
Yes.
I bet. Who did I bet? I bet someone minus 130 over Brooks Koepka. I believe it was. It might have been Matt Fitzpatrick. I'm not sure. It was Matt Fitzpatrick over Brooks Koepka minus 126. I should say. I did that. Real quick on Koepka, who's he used to have like balls and steals in major. majors.
Until
But
his wife stole him from him.
Yeah, there's something.
And he
there's
decided to
something
put on. We talk about putting on weight. This dude looks like Pat Perez. Like he's getting like blimpy version. Like I saw like when he was swinging, I saw like I wish I didn't have his gut. Like his gut like I thought Paulina and Dustin Johnson's uh escapades would have kind of gone kind of a little crazy because Paulina's kept up. Mwah. Molto bene. However, DJ looks like a cocaine dealer now. Brooks Koepka looks like the fat guy guarding the cocaine.
Yes.
So if I was anybody, oh shit, who hit that? So Travis Diarno, game tying solo home run. How is there only 2 home runs in this game and he got stubbed? Damn it.
Well, I definitely am off Koepka. Like I said, bet him to miss a cut plus 105.
Please, and count your money.
Yes, for sure. I might put another unit on too. Butters, are you playing? Who do you like in the 8K range? No, we love 2 guys at least, maybe 3.
Do we mention Hovland? Because I like Hovland too.
We talked about Hovland, yeah.
Okay, we did. Okay, all right, and all right. 8K is over. Move on to 7.
Yeah, who's Butters like?
Butters agrees with me. I know it.
I really haven't decided what I want to do with the 8K and with the 8 and 9Ks. Like I might jump back and say maybe I'll play a little bit of ROM, but I might even just go ballsy and fade both 8 and 9Ks.
Okay. Well,
you're preaching my language, my good sir.
Okay, well, we have more guys to talk about in the 7Ks from Shane Lowry, Sepulon, Straka, Tyrrell Hatton, Jordan Spieth, and a bunch of other guys here. There are a few guys who stand out to me. But Sepulon Straka, we mentioned him as the most tip guy.
I love my fat Austrian.
Yes, he ranks 5th in my model. His accuracy's off the charts. He doesn't like his stats.
Moreno.
His stats.
Bomb. Sorry.
Nice. His stats don't show that he has a lot of power, but like 3 years ago, he was golfing a lot of power. I think he took it off a little bit to be more accurate. But like I think on the super long holes, I think he can use his power here. So I like our boy Sepulon to win this. He's one of my 4 outrights. Talked about how Neiman and DeChambeau are there. Straka is the 3rd. Hatton's okay. I thought about Hatton. He's okay. Lowry's putting really bothers me. That's why I'm not playing him. Jordan Spieth is my 4th outright. So Jordan Spieth, you don't like that?
Really? I'm so disappointed.
Really? I want
to hear the reasoning because I have my reasons. But I want to hear your reasons.
All right. Well, I mean, he's having a good year. He has 4 top 10s this year.
I don't disagree with that.
His power off the tee is very good. He can
disagree.
You certainly do it here. His accuracy is not too bad. It's above average, and he's a good putter. Now, what scares me about Spieth is that he sometimes does stupid stuff where he makes a dumb decision, like usually around the greens, and like he screws up. But he's been so close to winning this year. I think he can do it here. Obviously, he has the history and stuff like that. He's only 7,500, and betting odds wise, he's 70 to 1. I think that's an insane misprice. Like I thought he was one of the guys I was talking about where like I saw him at 7,500. Like based on how well he's done this year, I thought he'd be like 83, 84 or something like that. And like betting wise, 70 to 1. When I was going down my model, he's 10th in my model. When I was going down the model, he's 9th in my model. When I was going down it, I thought like, okay, we're gonna get like 40 to 1 or something, like 45 to 1. I saw 70 to 1. I'm like, that's insane. So I like him. I like him a lot. It's not like a huge bet. It's a half a unit to win 3,500. It's the same bet we made with Brian Fox. So I like him quite a bit here. Please tell me why I shouldn't do this. I mean, I already did, but tell me why I shouldn't do this. Outside of maybe the stupidity factor. What do you like? So tell me why.
Let me ask another stupidity factor. Did anybody play the Dodgers tonight?
Well, I bet Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. I was deciding between him and Aaron Judge, and of course I took Ohtani, and Judge hit a home run. So that was
Because right now it's 9-0.
yeah,
Padres versus the Dodgers,
it's great.
and Kike Hernandez is pitching for the Dodgers.
Wow, that's okay.
So if you can get some live home run props off of the Dodgers players, if you can get Tatis, if you can get Merrill, if you can get Gavin Sheets, because right now they're at Cronenworth, start getting some guys because they're going to tee off on Kike Hernandez. Anyway, the question about Jordan Spieth, I agree with all of that. I just effing hate him. He's costing me too much money. Do I disagree with your logic? Absolutely not. Will I throw $10 on it? Absolutely, because I don't disagree. I think he could win it. But I just think overall, like if I'm gonna put like quarter of a unit, it's gonna be on him. I'm gonna go with like half units and full units on guys like Straka, Lowry, Hatton, Ben Griffin. And if you go one more down, I think you can see my other guy from Burns. There he is, Matthew Fitzpatrick. And the reason I'm picking him, so here's why. Fitzpatrick has won the U.S. Open, and he won it at a terrible course here in Boston in Brookline, which has very comparable to Oakmont in terms of like, granted, there's more trees and there's some water hazards, but the rough is basically the same with these bent Hoa roughs and just insanity. And he powered through it and won it. I think it was between him and Cam Smith, if I remember right, before Cam went to live.
No, I thought it was Will Zalatoris.
Was it Will?
I thought it was Will.
In the final pairing? Hold on. Now I have to look.
I don't know.
I gotta look here too, because I thought it was Will.
Okay, well, I mean, while you guys look, Fitzpatrick is someone who popped up for me in my model. He is 25th, so he definitely could do it. Results this year haven't been that good. He has one top 10 this year. Granted, it was at the PGA Championship, but otherwise, he just hasn't golfed all that well this year. So I was a little worried about that, but he's pretty accurate. His putting lately has been kind of down, so that bothers me. Like I have a rule where I say I'm never going to bet anyone who sucks at putting. Even if you're like a bad putter,
I have the inverse to that.
Really, I can't bet on a bad putter. I'll never bet on that.
It was Will Zalatoris because
it was Will, and guess who tied? And guess who tied for second? Scotty.
Right. Well.
So, the one thing I will say, I agree with all your premise. However, the one thing that everyone was screaming about at RBC about between Fox and Burns in the playoff was that Burns apparently has overtaken Denny McCarthy as number one putter on tour.
Yes,
and couldn't make a freaking putt on a par 5.
I was shocked that he missed that putt on the first playoff hole.
Yeah.
That was so surprising.
So to which I'm like, I understand your point, but the inverse is also true. The best putter on tour, which I thought was Denny McCarthy, but apparently not this season. It's apparently Sam Burns. Yeah. Continually effed up on the same hole.
Yeah, as a choke job, through and through. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys?
I don't do questions. I only do answers.
Well, give me an answer on this. Then, do you guys downgrade anyone who played at the Canadian Open? Given that they had to, go back to, cross the border and stuff like that, and given that they just played, especially Canadian Open and Memorial, because at least like if you play the Canadian but not the Memorial, maybe you could use that week to prepare for the U.S. Open. But someone like Sam Burns played the Canadian and the Memorial, so like when did he have time to prepare for this super hard golf course? I was looking at those guys who played both these tournaments. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to bet them.
No, I think your logic is sound, and I think actually makes a ton of sense. No, I'm probably not betting. I'm probably not touching Burns.
Yeah,
if from a betting market perspective. Do I touch him in DFS? It's a different question. I think if he's the last one in at 7,100, I don't think I would care, right? But it depends on what my build looks like and who is he golfing with and what time does he go off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his numbers look good for me. In my model, he's actually 7th somehow. But I'm not touching him because like when is he preparing for this like super hard golf course? I think that's an issue for me. So anyone who's played at the Canadian Open and the Memorial, I just X'd out. I'm not touching him. So Butters, what do you think?
I can pull my accuracy chart. Hold on,
Butters. What do you think about that?
I'm actually shocked to know that he's the number 1 putter on the tour. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I was shocked too. I mean, Jim Nantz was screaming about it on the broadcast. I was like, what? He's and it was like a super jinx. Like, you know how people say like, oh, he's made like 34 out of 35 point after attempts, and then he misses that one. And it was like, oh yeah, Sam Burns has been the best putter on tour all year. And he couldn't make two putts within what, 20 yards or 20 feet to win the damn thing.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Saying according to Data Golf, which I use for putting, like he is the only golfer it was 3 out of 3 on the chart. Denny McCarthy's a 2.4, Cam Smith's a 2.2, and everyone else is less than 2.
Yeah.
So he's like way ahead of McCarthy, even when factoring in his stroke job last week. He's been off the charts. Yeah, he's been off the charts with this putting. But he just choked down the stretch, man. Like that first missed putt on that first playoff.
I think that did something on him.
Yeah, like, that was honestly awful. That was awful. Yeah. So anyway, Butters, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say it was like it flashed up on the screen there. I mean, you got 5 weeks in a row with an eagle, with at least one eagle recorded. I mean, that's if you can score an eagle on this course, my God, you're in contention, sort of thing. But I'm also feeling like this course is like anyone that can get like a spike round, you're live.
Yeah.
So, I mean, seeing that he's got an eagle at least 5 weeks in a row, he's been showing 5 top 30s. I can see it. I mean, the only thing is, sure, he's the best putter on tour, but you need more than just putting to get there. Like,
well, he has the power.
You're going to need a bunch of luck this week.
He has the power to do it. I think it's not like an amazing power hitter, but I think he's good enough. That's why like his numbers really pop to me in the model. But the fact that like he hasn't prepared for this course, that bothers me. Plus, like the choke job too. And there's another golfer who choked at the Canadian Open, and I think he's in the 6Ks. So we'll get to him in a little bit, but like he said something, he was quoted as saying something that like I liked him in the model, and as soon as I heard the quote, I'm like, I am not touching this guy. So I don't know if you guys want to guess who it is, but like before we get to that, anyone else in the 7Ks we want to talk about?
I'm definitely considering Shane Lowry.
Lowry, okay, yeah.
I'm not afraid of his ownership. I know he's going to be pretty popular. He hits the comps that I've been looking at for golf courses. I mean, I'm ready. I'm okay to eat the ownership on that. I mean, I ate the ownership on Bryson when he won. When he won and at the Masters and all that. So I'm not afraid. Like, if I'm going to get different with lineups, I'm not afraid to play some of these 7Ks. Because, I mean, like I said, I might be fading both the 8 and 9K range. So then, okay, am I going to play like 3, 4 in the 7K. Okay, I'm fine playing one of these with some ownership. That's fine. Ben Griffin, I mean, he's such a hot hand right now. I'm not afraid to play. I'm not afraid of that ownership either for Ben Griffin either. I mean, he's kind of a star in the making right now. So those two, typically, like I would play the game theory game. Those two, I'm not really scared so much about. Now, chalk 6K, I would probably be fading. But if I'm already fading if I'm considering to fade a couple of ranges, I'm not afraid to play the ownership in this. I like Minwoo Lee for the distance that he's showing. Now that just depends on if he wants to be doing Instagram posts all throughout the week. I don't know. That's just typically in his head. Sepp Straka, I mean, he's been kind of our boy here this season as well.
When in doubt, bet Sepp Straka round 2 and round 4 for Showdown.
Yep.
Well, he did spike round 3 at the Memorial.
I know, which was shocking because Sepp never does a good round 3, but I think because he was basically on the cut line in round 2, that he just decided to make a charge up the leaderboard for round 3. So when in doubt, if Sepp's on the cut line, bet him for round 3.
For a model that I'm looking at right now, he is number 2 on bogey avoidance this season.
Yeah, he is.
That's what
Would you like to know who's number 1?
Would it be Scotty Scheffler?
No.
Who's number 1?
It would be
right now. He is.
It would be my other crazy ass. I bet him outright, but I bet him top 5 and top 10 because it was so stupid. Is he in this? I think he's 6Ks. I think he's in 6Ks.
No, I think he's 5Ks.
Is he? No.
Are you talking about Chris Cotterup?
No. Type in Davis Riley.
Okay, I can see it.
6,200.
6,200.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So is he number 1 in
PGA Championship T2, Valspar 7. Like the dude's kind of all over the board. However, his ball striking is up there with Scotty's. The dude just does it. Like I can't. Hold on. Oh, 3-putt avoidance. He's like number 2 or 3. Hold on. Let me pull up all my stats. I know we're going to jump right to Davis, but hold on, let me find it.
To go back for a second, we're going to do first round leaders. I think Sepp-Jan Straka is pretty good for that.
I would agree there.
Yeah, he's a great putter. He's accurate, and he has had some eagles in the past. He shot a 63 in round 1 recently. So I think he could definitely get there. I'm kind of curious what his number is, but I do like that. So do you have that number on Riley that you were looking?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Give me a second.
Okay. Well, as you look, we might as well venture into the 6Ks. And the one guy I was alluding to while you looked that up, Nuggets, is Cam Young. So he finished 4th at the Canadian Open, and he had a chance.
I am not playing Scam Young.
I'm not either, and here's why. Right?
He just got signed by the Packers. Come on, he quit golf and played for the Packers.
Right. So here's why I'm not touching him. So he had a chance to get into the playoff at the end there, and he missed a bad putt. And he was interviewed afterward, and he was kind of like droning on about like how he missed his opportunity. And the last sentence that he said, "I just want to go home." So that's not like what I want to hear from someone who's playing this. Like he has a lot of talent, like physical talent. Just finished 4th at the Canadian Open, so like seems like he's trending upward, but I don't know, man. Like hearing that is like I don't want to touch this guy. So, Nuggets, do you have those numbers?
I'm pulling up right now. Yeah, I'm still digging. He's so far down.
Okay. Anyway, so as far as the 6Ks, you start with Jason Day, you get Justin Rose, Siwoo Kim. Lots of names. The first name that pops up for me is Tom Kim, not because I like him, it's because I don't like him. I bet him to miss the cut at -110, I think, on DraftKings. His game has been awful. I don't know what happened to him. Also, I bet against him at the Canadian Open. I forget who we had. No, it was the easiest win. It was Ryan Fox over Tom Kim. So obviously that was a winner. But Tom Kim, I don't know what happened to his game. He just misses cuts all over the place. He didn't make the cut at the PGA Championship, but he finished 71st. So I think at like minus
11,000 for Davis Riley.
Okay. Plus 11,000. Okay.
That's first round leader.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking bogey avoidance and stuff, then yeah, I mean, he has a shot. So like, let's. I'm gonna write this down.
Let me pull it up because I got all the stats and not, of course, because I saved it and I can't find it now. Hold on, it was. Oh yes, here it goes. Ball striking on long and difficult par 70 courses. Davis Riley. 3 putt avoidance from 25 plus feet on large and fast green. Davis Riley. Proximity from the rough. On courses of long and penal rough, Michael Kim and Davis Riley. Distance from the edge of the fairway with courses of high missed fairway penalties was Russell Henley. But you're telling me Davis Riley fits 3 out of those 4?
Yeah.
You're telling me you know how to actually like grind your balls on a tough course, but you can hit the ball straight? I'm in at plus 11,000.
Yeah, I think that's a good call on your part. So definitely be looking.
And if it does, like Johnny Vegas, you're welcome.
Right, yeah, that'd be awesome to hit 2 of those in a row. So I mean,
I'm putting probably 6 or 7 of these down, but so
yeah, no, you have to. Yeah, I mean, look, you're gonna make small bet. You're gonna make a bunch of small bets.
I mean, Johnny was plus 50,000 when we did it, and we got $5,000. So
yeah. I mean, that's insane. I mean, you take that every time, right? So anyway, you have a bunch of names in the 6Ks. I'm not going to mention all of them. I talked about how I hate Tom Kim. A few that stood out.
Kiefer owes me money. That bastard was supposed. Okay, so guys I'm avoiding are like Lucas Glover, Kiefer, because he owes me money because he was supposed to be so good at the Canadian Open and he screwed up.
Yeah.
But I'm avoiding like Dunlap and Novak and Glover because they're like the worst performers when it comes to difficult courses.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
you want to see some fat happy dudes that should be in that movie? What's that movie? Wall-E, on where like everyone's around the spaceship and you see their fat heads. Like that is Novak and that is Glover. They'd rather have a robot hit the ball than they actually do it.
Yeah.
Those fat fucks costing me money.
All right.
I'm sorry. Do I have an opinion? Yeah, I have a strong
one. Very nice. So is Dustin Johnson? We can bet him to miss the cut if you want. I didn't look at his
most checked out golfer.
Oh my god, the photo shoot he just did with Paulina. He looks like a coke dealer.
He's just so checked out of golf right now.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad. But then again, I kind of don't blame him.
It's minus 145 to miss the cut. So
can I put my mortgage on that?
That sounds pretty good to me. He missed the cut at the Masters and the PGA Championship, so we're going 3 for 3 here with Dustin Johnson. That's something I forgot to put on the site, but I'm going to do that tonight or tomorrow morning. As far as anything else in the 6Ks, some guys that stood out to me positively.
Yes.
JJ Spawn is he's in the top 20 in my model. I think he's like 18th. So
he's not a distance golfer, but he could probably like mix in like top 20, top 30.
Yeah, his distance is actually not bad. It's okay. Like it's fine enough to win. He's like good at everything. He's not like great at anything though. But
I feel like Rory broke him when they went for that playoff.
Yeah,
and he hasn't recovered.
It could be, yeah. No, he's definitely in the top 20 in my model. So he's like one of the 3 that is pretty close. Another guy,
I think Bobby Mack is just way too underpriced.
Yes.
Like
I'm looking to bet him when we go
he
overseas.
fits this
but
model where it's going to be like a British Open type course.
Mhm.
Like, and he's coming in playing good. Like, I just got a weird feeling about Bobby Mack. I mean, he's one of the 7 Euro weenies I'm betting to win it.
I'm looking to bet him when we go to the Scottish Open and then the British Open. Like, I feel like that's where he shines.
100%.
Yeah.
The question is, who's on his bag? Is it his dad again, or is it his regular caddy? Because his regular caddy had a back injury and couldn't caddy him at RBC.
I think they
the
said
Canadian
something last week that he golfed with his dad someplace else, and he was like, "This is the best time, like best time
Yeah,
of our
because
lives."
when he
And
won
that's
his
right
first
there,
tournament, his
like,
dad was on the bag.
Like, he's more interested in just like hanging out with his dad than winning. So it's like, okay, well,
I mean, I think if like truth be told, if my dad was on the bag, like I better fucking win the damn thing.
Yeah, right.
Like, especially at a goddamn major. Like, I just want to be hanging out with my dad. Like, I mean, he did win something with his dad. I forget what, and it's the only time he's won last year. Yeah, I forget what it was now.
I think he won the Canadian Open last year.
No, it wasn't Canadian. It wasn't Canadian.
Well, he did win it last year. I'm pretty sure.
Did he win the Canadian? I don't remember him winning.
You
might be right. I apologize if you are correct. I don't remember that. I thought it was a Canadian that won the Canadian. Oh no, I'm thinking of
Canadian Open, and he won the Scottish Open last year.
Right, but he also before that it was it Svensson that won the Canadian, and like he got tackled by the security guard or something.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but
so Robert won the Scottish with his dad on the bag.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah,
it wasn't Canadian.
Canadian Open 2023. It was Nick Taylor won. Over Tommy Fuller.
Yeah, it was the Canadian who won.
Yeah,
and then all the Canadians came out with like Hadwin and a few others trying to spray him, but Hadwin got tackled by security because they couldn't recognize him.
Yep.
It's a YouTube clip. It's great. It's definitely worth looking up.
That was definitely funny. So I'm with you on McIntyre. Like I said, rather bet him later.
Yes, agreed.
Daniel Berger popped.
I am not touching the neck case that is Daniel Berger with his spinal injuries.
So he popped for me in my model because he's very accurate. He's one of the most accurate golfers here. But I did not. I don't know if I'm going to play him. I didn't bet him. Like I have no money on him at all right now. He's been kind of a disappointment lately with 2 missed cuts. Although he did get 3rd at the RBC Heritage and 2nd at the Phoenix Open, so he's had some good results. But you're right. I mean, he did have that injury, so that is a slight concern. If I trusted his putting, I would like Taylor Pendrith. I just don't like his putting. Like I said before, I don't like golfers who don't putt well. But Pendrith has the ball, the distance to kind of compete here, but like he could just screw up on the greens, and these greens are so tough. So I can't get to him. And as far as the most accurate golfer on this course, the number 1 in accuracy is Aaron Rai at 6,400. He ranks number 1 in accuracy. So like on the thinnest fairways, like you have to look at him. You have to consider him. He doesn't have much else going for him. He has no driving distance. He's good with his irons, but like we talked about, the iron play doesn't matter as much here. So those are guys who are looking in the 6K range. Do you guys have anyone else on your radar?
You really want to put your money on double condom, double gloved Aaron Rai?
I don't know. I mean, he's 27th my model. I'm just saying. These guys popped up to me. I'm not playing him.
No. I get they pop in the model. I mean, hell, he popped in mine too. But like, I can't trust a guy who wears 2 gloves and wears like 3 condoms to have sex.
That's pretty. That's pretty rough.
And has a small penis.
Tell me who you like.
Did I say that out loud? Was that my inner monologue that
yes.
connect?
That's fine. Anything goes here.
I mean, Pendrith is like the only guy that I kind of dig down here. Hey, Oh, Goddard.
Got her up,
I
Buttercup.
like, but I'm not a big
I like
fan of
Goddard. I
Goddard.
like Goddard. The thing I like about Goddard is he's
What
got
version of
distance.
Goddard are you getting?
Right.
Well, I mean, he's in the 5K range, so like we didn't get to him yet, but he's like 42nd in my model, which is for a 5,400 guy. That's like acceptable.
Is Hoygaard in the 6Ks or is he in the 5s?
Ramses is at 6,100.
See, that's my guy. Like, I just think that dude, he's going to do really well this week. He knows how to deal with tough courses. Let me pull up the stat real quick that I loved about him.
He's the one of those Euro weenies that you like so much.
I love my Euro weenies this week. I can't explain it other than that. I know it sounds weird. I know I'm weird, but just effing deal with it.
He was disappointing at the Canadian Open. I
100%.
I had him as an outright there, and round one he was awesome, and then he kind of had a meltdown after that.
Okay, but going back to my crazy ass, the ball speed and height guys.
Mm-hmm.
If we go back to that I talked about earlier.
Yeah, he's one of 11.
Yeah, he's one of my 11, and he's actually third. Like, his apex height is 118 feet, and his ball speed is 187. Mm-hmm. And if these greens are as long and as crazy as we're talking about, like, you want a guy who hits the ball far, long, and has a crazy ass ball speed on it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of in on him at 6,100. The other guy I mentioned on the cusp, and this is going to kill me because I like this guy, but I also hate this guy because he screwed me last week. So he might be a good bounce back guy, is Woodland. Gary Woodland. Okay. His apex height meets the criteria. His ball speed is 184 miles per hour. His club head speed is right up there with the leaders, and he scores better in the morning. And he's going off in the morning. Okay. So Gary's like one of those guys, like, I wake up, I go play golf, I go to bed. You know, like, I wouldn't trust him like third or fourth round, especially if he's got a league, because he's an early morning guy. Because his morning versus his afternoon is just crazy. It's almost 3 strokes different. Because he's 67 in the mornings, but he's 70 in the afternoons.
So you're looking at him as first round leader.
I'm looking definitely at him as first round leader, and at 6K,
I mean, see it.
Yeah.
Especially on a hard course like this.
It's interesting.
And there's no trees.
Yeah.
And you got ball striking. I'm in.
Yeah, he's 37th in my model. It's like, it's fine. Yeah, for 6K. Like, definitely.
For 6K. Right. Yeah. We're not talking 10. We're talking 6.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to play someone down here. Anyone else? One guy. Sorry, I forgot to mention this guy. He is actually 23rd in my model. He's 6K.
Are we sure he's a guy?
I don't know.
Sorry, I couldn't
at this day and age, you just don't know. Thorbjorn Olesen, another Euro weenie. He's 6K flat. He's 23rd in my model. He's like pretty well rounded. He hits the ball like somewhat far. He's like pretty decent in accuracy. He's a good putter. Like, he has no weaknesses to his game. And so,
except that he sucks and he's short.
Well, he finished 33rd in the PGA Championship, and if you get like 33rd from a 6K even guy, like, I think
100%, you're optimal.
Yeah, you're looking at like a good situation here. The last time I missed the cut was March 27th, so he's pretty steady. Like I said, no weaknesses to his game, so I think he can do pretty well. So I'm looking at Olesen here.
Okay, so I have a counter to that.
Okay.
In my model, according to scoring conditions that are very difficult, he is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's the 10th worst between strokes gained off the tee, strokes gains tee to green, strokes gains off the tee, approach, ball striking around the green. Like, he's like negative numbers across the board.
It's interesting because he got 33rd at the PGA Championship.
Yes, but I don't disagree. So, according to the U.S. Open field strokes gained last 3 years, Ron Kloss, if you're listening, thank you for this because this was great. With scoring conditions very difficult, here are the 10 golfers that suck that I'm avoiding and just Xing out my player pool. There's one exception. You'll figure it out. Nick Dunlap, Lucas Glover, Brian Campbell, Cam Davis, or Scam Davis, Novak, Mickelson, Thomas, Johnson, DJ, and Bjorn. So, and Hoagie and Echeverria are right behind them. Okay. So, like, I'm Xing all those guys out with the exception of Mickelson, only because of the career opportunity at a 5,800. Nobody's going to play him. But JT being there is interesting as the 8th worst, especially with scoring conditions being very difficult. So you're telling me it's going to be hard to score, and these are the 10 guys, and Bjorn is one of the 10?
Fun fact about Cam Davis that he listed on that list as well. I read he literally just quit on the practice course today.
Right. Didn't you say that? Did you say he'd rather be going home or something?
Yeah. No, that was Cam Davis.
Cam Young said that.
Well, same thing. If your kid is named Cam, you're kind of fucked anyway. So,
well, not our guy Cam.
No. We love no. But Cam. Okay, there's difference between Cams because he spells his name with a K.
Okay.
He doesn't spell it with a C, right?
Does he? I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Cam spells it with a K.
No, he spells it with a C.
Yeah.
I thought he spelled it with a K.
No.
On DK, his username is like
Club Campbell.
Yeah, Club
Campbell. But with
CCC.
Shit. I've already pissed him off once this year. I'll piss him off again. Fuck it.
If you guys want to rehash the election video, we have that.
Where I just got my face bashed in.
I know. By the way, that was like 9 months ago. It's like coming up. Like November is, it's coming up soon, which is kind of crazy.
November is actually 5 months away. Good sir.
5 months away. Yeah, it's like I can't believe how like close it is. Like we're closer to this November than we were last November. It feels like yesterday that we did that video. Anyway, how do you get into play golf?
I'm just lucky I'm still alive.
Yeah. The bat, yeah, exactly.
Love to eat. How do you get injured playing golf? Actually, I can actually speak to this. I got injured and I actually tore all the rib cage muscles off my ribs while practicing swinging my driver for the dad's golf tournament that's in my town. So I was ineligible to play this past spring. I'm planning to play for the fall version. Other way around. I was eligible to play for the fall version. I'm hoping to play for the spring version, which is this weekend. But I need to clear a physical to do it, which means I need to go to the golfing range and have somebody watch me and make sure I don't have any pain. So, yes, you could get injured. Hell, Tiger blew an ACL swinging off the tee and then won. What was it, the British or was it the U.S. Open?
Well, he also has back issues too.
No. But Tiger blew his knee out.
A lot of just random things.
Yeah. No, but he blew his knee out in a major when he was the leader. I forget what it was. Because we all have that memory of like Tiger like walking down with like shit. No, yeah.
Well, anyway, I mean, let's finish up these 6Ks. Butters, who do you like in the 6K range? I mean, you have to be playing a lot of them because you're built.
A couple names that I've been seeing. I saw that that Carlos Ortiz has been keeping up with Joaquin Niemann during the practice rounds, so that has interest for me.
Okay.
Let's see who else was down here. I have someone who does not. He will not pop on anyone's model, but I just have this like a little bit of a feeling for it. Tough course seemed to pop a couple of years ago on some tough courses. Emiliano Grillo.
Oh, going back to that well, huh?
Yeah, going back to that well, because I remember him going low rounds too. I remember when we went back to Johnny Vegas remember when he was doing first round leaders for quite a while?
Just like who's our other favorite one? Oh damn it. I could see his face, his big fat face. And we bet him last week and he didn't do it. Keith Mitchell.
Yep.
Okay.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
The king of first round leaders this season, but still can't win.
Yeah, definitely not. Anyone else in the 6Ks? I mean,
I gotta look at
57
again. It is. Well, I mentioned JJ Spawn.
Right.
Isn't Jaeger? Isn't he in the 6Ks or isn't he in the 5? I think he's in the 5Ks.
6K flat.
He's 6 even.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, fuck Cam Davis.
That's what his wife says
Yeah.
when she's banging another dude.
If Pavone could drive straight, I'd have.
The French suck at hitting straight because they always want to go into different ports and different holes.
Yep.
Like right. I don't trust the French. However, I will say that Victor Perez has been hitting my model and it's pissing me off.
Victor Perez. That's who I was looking for. I have interest in Victor Perez.
Yeah, I mean he's in the 5Ks. He's my top 5K golfer.
Shit. I have to play the French bastards this week. God, they fit my Euro weenie model. Freaking God damn it! I hit it with Nostradamus or Nugstradamus or whatever the hell I'm calling myself this week. God damn it!
Do you want to tell us why you like Perez?
My model liked him, but Butters can speak to it better than I can because I just plugged him in and I was like, crap, I don't want to play him because he's French, but damn it.
He hit high in the bogey avoidance from what I'm kind of looking at too.
Yes, he did.
Same with Michael Kim, but I've been playing a lot of Michael Kim and just it hasn't been working out for me. So
I've been actually following him on Twitter and he's been posting about how the game's going. How he's doing this week. I actually tried to win one of his bags that he was giving away. Michael and I have a good relationship now. And he says, yeah, I'm lucky if I'm going to shoot plus 10 on this course. So I said, Michael, do I still win your bag? And he goes, ask me after Sunday.
Nice.
You're a dick.
Yeah, he had a great start to the year. He's kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Tom Kim last year.
Yeah.
Who had a great start and then I hate to equate this to the NBA, but it's almost like NBA rookies that start out hot and then they hit that rookie wall.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're hitting this with Michael Kim and Tom Kim last year. We're they hit this rookie wall and now it's where's the bottom?
Right.
I keep not being afraid of Brian Harmon, but he doesn't have full length off the tee, so I don't know.
We're not going back to the Hobbit. The Hobbit got scared off by a bunch of elephants.
So he's on the slowest group.
Okay, who is he golfing with? Ask that question.
Let's see. I gotta look at this here again. It was.
Stop looking at porn and look at Brian Harmon.
Cam Smith, Brian Harmon, and Phil Mickelson.
Oh fuck!
That actually do that lowest group.
The Hobbit might actually decide to f you guys.
Yeah, he's pretty accurate.
My favorite Sunbrella dome hat guy is in this. Do we bet Highsmith?
Yeah, 5Ks. Highsmith, he did win earlier this year. The Cognizant.
Yeah, but he also finished T8 at the Players at the PGA.
PGA Championship. Yeah, he did.
But 2 cuts in a row. I'm a little concerned.
Okay, old guy that I have interest in, Adam Scott.
Oh God,
Adam Scott.
After coming off the Canadian, really?
Yeah. Well, he didn't play at the Canadian. He played the Memorial.
More, yeah, he didn't play Canadian because he was too chicken. Because he's Australian. Never mind. Sorry, I get Canadian and Australian confused all the time. I mean, I'm like the president. I think I can buy everything.
Yeah, I mean T19 at the PGA Championship didn't make the cut, the Masters, but I mean, yeah, I don't think he's ranked highly in my model. He's 102nd. Accuracy sucks. It's kind of rough with older guys like that to compete at this course, I think. So, we touched on him earlier. I might as well get this out of the way. Phil Mickelson is what? Where is he?
5,800.
Why is he not showing up tonight?
Because he's in your lineup.
Oh, there you go. All right, Phil Mickelson, 5,800. I know you guys are playing him. I don't have him rated very highly. He's, in fact, he is somehow dead last in my model. I don't know how. And I did not include the amateurs because I don't have any stats on them, but he is dead last in my model, and it's not even close.
All right, so I just built a lineup. I want people's opinions.
Oh, I see what. Okay, I had him. Okay, I see what I did wrong here. He should not be dead last. I was supposed to. So okay, here we go. So you know how I had I said I go from 3 to -3 in my ratings. For accuracy, I was supposed to have him as -0.4. I had him down as -4. So that would explain why he was last. I just redid it. Phil Mickelson is now 114th in my model. So still don't like him very much. At least he's not last. Justin Hicks is now last.
So may I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
The lineup I just built, because that was pretty interesting. And God help me if this actually works. It's Bryson,
You.
Rahm, Lowry, Hatton, Davis Riley.
Don't get your last one because then it might be
Right, exactly. But who would be a great last pick here is my question for the group. Because I have one that I just want to throw in, but I know I shouldn't.
Well, I mean, you talk about Fitzpatrick already. I assume you would like him here. If you want to get different and go down like $400, $500, like CJ Spawn will make sense. You have 500 left over. That could be contrarian. I think that's kind of what I'd look at. Dustin Johnson, just kidding. He sucks. Don't play him.
Where's Jason Day?
Wait, didn't you put you say Bryson or did you say Brooks?
No, I said Bryson.
No,
I think you said Brooks.
I'm not touching Brooks with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch Brooks with your dick. God, Paulina would love my dick, but Bryson, I'm not touching fucking Brooks with anything. I mean, you have 6 medical people around you when you're swinging for practice. Like Brooks might actually just withdraw surprisingly tomorrow.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. He has the back issues or something. Like I don't know.
The balls, period.
Back issues, balls issues. He has a lot of problems. I hope he plays because I don't. Well, no, I mean bet him to miss the cut. He has to play,
if he bails.
What about playing the hot hand and you just go back to Ryan Fox?
But if he bails, he technically misses the cut because he's a withdraw.
I think if you withdraw during the tournament, Yes.
Right. The tournament starts and then he withdraws.
Okay,
He
yes,
technically has missed the cut.
Right. But if he withdraws
So
before it starts, then
if he withdraws before the first tee time, then you're screwed.
yeah.
But if he withdraws after the tournament has started, then you're fine.
Yeah. No. I totally agree. Yeah, we need him to start and like hole 2. Oh, my back hurts. Peace out.
Yeah, we basically need to do a bitch quit after hole 1.
Right.
That's what we need.
Exactly. Yeah. We're on the same page.
Which he will do because he is a pussy.
Butters about Ryan Fox. And look, if I have another dream about Ryan Fox, then I'll bet him. I have not had the dream so far this week.
The dream.
He's one of these guys who played the Canadian Open and the Memorial. So like, I don't know, like when does he have time to prepare?
Walter, I love you as a friend. Like I'm not no homo, but if you're dreaming about other dudes in your dreams, I'm starting to worry about you.
Dude, if it wakes me money, I don't care.
Wasn't fair. That's fair. Actually, I don't disagree with that because I have done the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, because when I dreamed about Rory winning the Masters, I kind of like had a hate boner the next morning, and I was like, "Oh shit."
You know what? I didn't even know what he looked like. I just saw the leaderboard. I wasn't so.
I just saw how hot his wife was, and I went, "Oh, okay." Right. When I bet golfers, because I don't like looking at other dudes, I basically go like, "AJ, I hope you're a girl, because if you think Nick Taylor's hot, we got problems." Because like between him and like Cantlay, that's meth head waiting to happen.
Well, hot is in golfing, 13th and then 4th. Another one of these Canadian plus Memorial guys. Like again, one of these guys preparing for this course. Like it's not like a rinky-dink course, and you show up and do a few practice rounds to feel good about it. Like this is the beast, as the Shambo called it. So I don't have any interest in Nick Taylor. Like he doesn't hit the ball far. Like I think that's an issue. Where do I have in my model? He's 68th in my model. Accuracy's good, but he can't hit the ball far. So that's he could like do well. He could make the cut. Not saying he's gonna miss the cut or anything, but I'm not. And yeah, I've been hot as playing golf. Yeah.
Okay. AJ, we agree with that. Yeah, he's sort of been hot, but he's not like, oh my god, I got to take my clothes off too.
Yeah.
What about Ben On?
Benny Hanna.
Nah.
Where do I have it?
Last guy in. Ben On?
Fine. Okay.
My model. He's 66 in my model. He hits the ball far. Accuracy's bad. He could get there.
Plays well on firm courses.
Yeah.
I play well on firm courses too. They're called a 6-pack of a chick. But if they got the baby belly, it's work for me.
Okay, we're at about an hour and 42 here.
Only an hour and 42.
I think we have to. The last thing we have to touch on is first round leaders.
First round leaders. Let's do
because
this.
we hit. Not we. You guys hit Johnny Vegas 500 to 1 at the PGA Championship first round leader. I mean, let's get some winners here. So like the two guys I have written down already for first round leaders is Davis Riley and Gary Woodland. Yep. Davis Riley on DraftKings is I just missed it. He's 110 to 1 on DraftKings. Yep. And then who's the other guy? Woodland is he is also 110 to 1.
First round leader. I mean they're the same, but I don't like a first round leader. Maybe like a top 10, top 20 bet.
Okay. I don't
however, what we need to tell people is as these tournaments go off, you're going to see some crazy ass numbers for like top 10, top 5 end of round leader. Like jump in on those too. Just don't jump in on end of round leader because you might put $10 on end of round leader for like Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's $120. But Scotty top 5 end of round leader is
3-1
plus 300. So if you put $10 on that, you've covered your loss. Like if you want to talk about like arbitrage betting, like if Scotty finishes top 10, top of the ticket, great. But if he finishes top 5, you've covered the bet of the top 5 and the top 10 in case Scotty doesn't get there or to win it. So my point is that like these markets get super crazy, and wait, don't go like betting it like tonight. Like when the tournament kicks off, like Scotty was like at one point in the Memorial like plus 1,600 to win it because he was so far back.
Yeah.
I didn't grab it because I thought Scotty was like taking the week off, and stupid me, Scotty didn't take the week off. He just was like, F it, everyone's gonna screw up and I'm just gonna be a badass.
Right.
So like don't be seriously, don't be scared. Like make sure you cover yourself so that if anything should happen, like you're not at a negative loss is my whole point. So
yeah, that's good advice.
I don't know if that came out correctly, but I'm trying to say like that's what I do because like especially like at MLB, I bet home run props a lot, but I also bet total bases and hits because while the payout isn't as good for total bases and hits, it covers if the total home run hit doesn't hit. So like tonight, like Adam Frazier was plus 1,600 to hit a home run when he had 2 career home runs off of the pitcher for Miami. But I bet him to get a hit, and it was plus 170. So it covered the loss of me betting the home run prop because I bet $10 on that too. So my point is that like in golf, it's the same way where you want to make these great prop bets, but don't go crazy on just end of round leaders. Like for us to hit Vegas was plus 500 or 500 to 1, but I only put $10 on it. Granted, it cash for 5K. We ain't complaining. But my point is that like we spread it out because I also bet Vegas plus top 5 and top 10 as well at the same time. So don't just think the top the leader is the end all be all. There's these alternative markets that you need to take advantage of.
Do you remember what he was top 5, top 10? It doesn't have to be accurate, just like around.
I want to say like plus 900 and plus something else. It was like plus 900 for top 5 and plus like 300 for top 10.
Okay.
It was something reasonable. It wasn't anything like egregious.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a question about Leishman. Let's get to him.
Leishman, I thought was dead. Just for the record. It's just like his wife thought he was dead. But that's a whole other
story. Leishman in my model is 107th. He is bad.
165.
Yeah, that's not even 165 because I remember I took out the amateurs. Yeah, he's bad with distance and he's even worse with accuracy. I can pull up his data.
He's 41. He finished 10th last week. He finished 18th here. He does have a win on the tour this year, but he finished 18th back in what was it, 2016? It was here.
Yeah, he won. He won at Miami, but if you look at the other results, he had 10th at Virginia. Outside of that, and 6th at Rodea. So he outside of that, he has not finished in the top 10. If you look at his attributes here, his best attributes are approach and around the green, and those two are the most meaningless at this tournament because the greens are so wide.
His attributes is he's wide and fat.
Yes.
He looks like somebody that I would be watching Wally, and like he would be one of the guys I'm like, I'm on my chair, but let's go play golf. Okay, let's go meet up. But I want to hit balls today. Okay, let's go hit balls. And, okay, the robot hit the balls. But that's what it feels like when I see him. Sam and Novak are like guys that should get Ozempic like yesterday.
Yeah, there are a few of them. You can put Shane Lowry in there too.
No. You do not ever fuck with the Brits and the Irish when it comes to their weight, because that's how they get all their power. Just like him, McIntyre, and Hatton. They might have some beer bellies because they do, because they drank. I mean, hi. But they don't need Ozempic. Like they do just fine.
Okay,
I thought Corey Connors round 1 leader for 5,500 seemed interesting.
Why did you have to say that? I don't disagree with you, but I didn't want to put money on it. But now I have to.
Connors is 21st in my model. He's very accurate. Why do you like Connors? Because he's interesting.
I was just looking at.
He fights tough courses. Like
I was looking at past round one leaders. He kind of popping there, kind of get like round 1 average and everything. I was like, okay.
But round 1 here is weird. Like, hold on, I had this.
Yeah, so he's 55-1 to finish round 1 leader, and then he's 12-1 to be top 5 in round 1. So I'm gonna write that down. Connors. Do we have anyone else that you guys are looking at?
Oh my God, the New York Post is the freaking worst. They had Denny McCarthy, Dustin Johnson, and Justin Rose as their first round leader picks. And I went, no. I actually agree with Justin Rose because, I mean, Butters and I have an outright on him to win the British Open this year because the way he's been playing. Butters, call me crazy, but like, he could be first round leader here. I mean, if we're saying it's going to play like our British Open, is Justin Rose is viable?
My only issue with that is he was first round leader for the Masters, and somehow, like, I'm like, does history really want to repeat itself?
What do we have to lose? $10?
Okay, let's go.
Exactly. Like, seriously? Like, we're really gonna fight over $10 for him to be 60, win $650? Like,
do we do Nick Taylor just to make AJ Love Music happy?
A Nick Taylor? Uh-oh, here we go. Here comes the wifey.
90-1.
Wifey took the camera away.
Well, here we go again.
And now we're looking at weird creative objects that are.
What is happening?
Yeah, we're gonna have to clip this because the wifey thought I was too loud. Even though I went to another part of the house. I wish.
Well, we're almost done too. So
we're closing in at 2 hours.
Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's not even 1 o'clock. It's 12:45. Yeah, and I'll be up in 6 hours. Hey, BC Law, we got this. Bye-bye. Oh, look, even people, Cassandra's saying, "Dear God," like, if other women are complaining, hey, Cassandra, are you single? A lot of people find it interesting. This is a major.
Yeah.
We have money to win.
I mean,
do you want a nice house, or you want to live in the shack, or in a van down by the river? Pick one.
Right. I mean, this is a big boy course. I mean,
this is a huge big boy course. This requires dissecting.
Well,
first round leader. Wow, first round leader and win. Hold on, there's a crazy ass bet here. First round leader and win the tournament. So, if the first round leader to win the tournament, the no bet is minus 900. The yes bet is plus 500.
Okay.
I'm kind of debating on just. It doesn't correlate right. Like, there's no money there. Like,
what if Denny McCarthy is upset that he's not the number 1 putter in the on tour?
Denny McCarthy needs to get a bigger dick, is what he needs to get.
The flaw behind that, Butters, is that Jim Nance is not there this week, so he can't.
He's not. He's not there till. Okay. A side note: can we talk about this stupid DK promo that's happening?
What is it?
Like for the stupid bet for the king of the course or whatever, and how we're going to approach this, because I'm totally utter confused.
I saw that too. I didn't know what it was. Been in it. Although I will say before we look at this, FanDuel has a no sweat bet for first round leader, so make sure you get in that. King of the course so let's look at details. Bet a player to win the U.S. Open, get a share of $1 million in bonus bets if you select the player with the most birdies or better in round 3 and 4 combined.
But then I saw another one was like, if you bet them at certain times. Hold on. I don't want to bring up.
So yeah, I just you just designate. You just look at like, I don't know if you. Yeah, I mean it's birdies. So birdies are better, which is so hard at this course. So just look at birdie rate. You can Google that. PGA birdie birdies are better. I could actually just look it up right now. Let's see.
But then there was this one that was another. Oh crap! It said it failed. I don't know why it failed, but it basically like enter $25 into the U.S. Open headline contest each day, and if your lineup meets the birdie requirement, you earn your share of crowns.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's two different things: of bonus bets versus crowns. But like, hear this out. If there's 15 million crowns if you get 90 plus birdies in your lineup from just for the date of the 12th, and then it's 2.5 million crowns for 25 plus birdies for round 2, round 3, round 4, 5 million crowns for plus 25 birdies on Sunday. I don't think any of that is achievable.
No, it's not. But this one is like, you don't even have to win your bet.
This one, 100%. I think this one is achievable. The question is, you only get one shot at this,
right? But you don't even have to win your bet.
Scotty, who the hell else is there?
Well, I think that it has to be noted that you don't have to win your bet. You just have to have the person with the most birdies or better. So if like the guy who has the most birdies also has like double bogeys, like you still win if he has the most birdies. So
wait, hold on, scroll down. I don't know I think it said if you had a bogey, you weren't eligible.
No, that can't be right. Let's see. All right. All open.
Recorded the most score under par. Playoff holes do not count. Birdies are better. Yeah. And plus 3 and 4. So if you bogey, are you ineligible?
Wait, where does it say bogey? Hold on.
Right there. It says if you record the most birdies are better.
The player that number 4, right? The player records the most birdies or better in rounds 3 and 4 combined. Birdies or better. The most holes recorded with a score under par. Playoff holes do not count toward the total. Is king of the course. Yeah. So like you don't have to. I mean, look.
I'm just asking, like, if they record a bogey, are you ineligible? That's all I'm asking, because it doesn't explicitly say that.
It doesn't say
the other ones. It does.
No, it just again that's why you can win the king of the course without winning your bet. Is if like the guys who has the most birdies also has like a
crap. What happens if I bet 7 guys to win it?
You can only designate one. So like what happens is if you opt in, whenever you place a bet on someone, it'll give you an option. It'll say
I remember that. Yeah, I was just being facetious.
Well, that actually it's funny you bring that up because ESPN,
because the king of the diamonds that way, right? King of the diamond is you can bet 5 guys.
Exactly right.
Spend $5, and if one of those guys is a home run, you're technically eligible.
Yes.
Because then if their team, like Texas tonight, put up so many runs, like if you bet, I think it was Wyatt Langford to hit one, So
it's the same thing here. You have to designate it. It's funny to bring that up because ESPN Bet had that, but it didn't have a stipulation where you can only bet one. The thing was first touchdown scored in the Super Bowl. So it said if you bet $5, on a player and they score the first touchdown in the Super Bowl, you're eligible for like the big pot of bonus bets. And so I looked at the rules like 5 times. I even brought it up to Evan. I was like, it doesn't say either you're limited to one. And so I bet $5 on like every viable player. And when Jahan Dotson scored a touchdown, It was called back, but he scored a touchdown. I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to win like 50 grand in bonus bets because no one bet this guy, right? And then it's like, I don't know what, like some penalty called it back, and then it was a regular player who scored. I think I got like $100 in bonus bets. So like if that Dotson touchdown stood, I would have had so many bonus bets. But anyway, no, it doesn't say anything about bogeys at all. So yeah, you just again, if you want to play this, I think you look here. You look at birdie or better percentage. Justin Thomas is number 1, Sepulon Straka 2, Scotty Scheffler 3. The thing is, like, everyone's gonna be betting Scotty. So like, this is a whole pot. So don't do this with Scotty. Even if he might be the winner, he's not going to. You're not going to win too many bonus bets. Do it on Straka. Do it on Justin Thomas.
Go down the list a little bit.
Yeah. So 6 to 10, Harry Hall, Bhatia, Burns. Sam Burns is another one because he putts so well. There's Norgard, Sung Jae, Rory. I want to do Rory. He's another one of his popular guys. Jesper, Danny Walker, Patrick Cantley, Jake Knapp.
Where is my guy? Russell
Henley's interesting.
Victor Hovland. Victor Hovland for all the money.
There you go. Victor Hovland, number 20. So look at like the top 25 here. You can Google it. It's birdie or better percentage for that kind of stuff. I think this also applies to like first round leader because if you can like string together a bunch of birdies, then you can lead in the first round. So that's what Justin Thomas, like he had that awesome first round at the RBC Heritage. He's one of those guys. We mentioned Straka, good first round leader guy. So that's some like my strategy for first round leader is to look at like the top 25 here and then correlate it with my model. So I imagine like Straka will be here. I think Justin, even though I'm not betting Justin Thomas outright, I think first round leader maybe Justin Thomas. So yeah, so I'm gonna have that.
I guess you hate money because you're betting Justin Thomas.
Well, we won with Justin Thomas earlier in the year, so
we did. But I'm telling you, Justin Thomas there's something about like he's now complacent. I think I'm gonna have to bet guys to shoot over par. Yes, 100%. I think everyone in this tournament is going to shoot over par. There's actually a bet. I think
Bryson will finish under par personally.
It was like plus 9,000, which would be plus 900 or 900 to 1. It was on DraftKings. It seems like it's got removed now. For every player in the field, you basically bet the field to say that nobody was going to make a bogey all weekend, which is impossible because I think this course, everyone's going to make at least a bogey. You have to just accept that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So do you guys have any other first round leaders before we head out? One last thing before we head out, I wanted to ask you guys your prediction to win it and the score. And I could go first if you guys want to think about it. But before we get to any other first round leaders you want to mention? Like we had Vegas, so and take a shot.
We did, but honestly, this course, and Butters back me up. This course is so freaking weird, and just the way the guys are hitting, like this is the epitome of like I'm gonna live bet first round leader like crazy at this tournament because I can't guarantee like a Vegas.
Okay, I've got one.
Right, Jesus Christ! Tell me it's Jason Day, so I feel better.
It's a long shot.
I love it. Who is it?
Guido.
No.
Guido Miglozzi.
Guido.
Okay. Why?
Guido can't even spell first round leader.
What is he is 201.
Apparently on the hardest hole on the course, he was looking good.
Like Scotty was looking good. Just like Rory was looking good, but a plus 11 was great today.
200-1 for Guido Miglozzi.
You know what, Butters? Fine. I'll put it in the communal funds. I'll put $10 on it. If it hits, we get 2 G's. Fine.
Right.
Fine.
Right. Fine. I'll take it.
Fine.
All right,
Because
I love
we're not betting like $50 and $100 because
No.
fine, $10, fine.
it. $1,500 in this. Can you imagine?
Oh my God, that'd be $1 million. But
Yeah.
there's no way it's gonna happen. However,
Right.
we're gonna be so pissed we didn't bet 1,500.
Can you imagine? Like we're talking at a month from now, the British Open. We're like,
Imagine the
oh,
cash outs. Imagine the cash. That could happen.
that'd be insane. That'd be so insane. No, I
Oh my
will
God.
bet this. A good
Fine,
suggestion.
F it. You're into
Um,
Guido, fine. Man, I thought you were into more like tall chicks with black hair. I think you're into like weird Italian dudes, but whatever.
He's 101st in my model, so not last. So okay, he's 5,700 on
All right,
DK.
question. We're betting him for first round leader. Are we betting the top 5 or top 10s?
No, just bet the first round leader.
See, this is where I say I want if Butters has got an inkling, I'd rather bet the top 5 and top 10s because I bet you the odds are just as good. And if I spend $30,
top 5 is
it covers
45
the losses.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to get more losses if these lose too. So 45 to 1 on Guido to finish top 5.
Uh,
I have a $40.
Did you put
bonus.
Shane Lowry on there?
Lowry?
Lowry, whatever his name is, Lowry.
Why Lowry? He's let's see his odds. He's 50 to 1.
Like I said, he's just popped in a bunch of my like horse.
Yeah, Lowry could win this.
Like 50 to 1 for round 1 leader. I'm fine with that.
Lowry's 24th in my model. His putting sucks. He's just not a good putter. But I mean, look, he can be first round leader. It's 50 to 1.
I just put my bonus bet of $45 on him to be first round leader.
Nice. I've been hammering bonus bets on Super Bowl exactas. I have $1,660 on free bets on Super Bowl exactas, which is like an average odds at 88 to 1. So hopefully one of those hits. Although Cassandra would be like, but you're betting the Redskins, so they're all going to lose. Anyway, all right. So predicted
Until they don't, and then you're at Disney World on the VIP ticket, and you're like, "That's right, I told you."
So they're gonna have a float for me and everything.
Actually, I know the guy. True story. I know the guy who does all the costume washing because they have to export it out of Disney to wash like all the costumes for the Disney parades because of all the lights. So like this guy actually takes all the lights out, and he's a family friend because he used to be a comedian, but he failed at the Improv in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And like whenever I go to Disney now, I just call him like, "Yo, Uncle Rob, help me out." And he's like, "What do you need?" And I get like the VIP passes. So if that happens, you got a guy, you got a connection. I'd be like, "Uncle Rob, I'm sending Uncle Walter with his kids. You got to take care of him."
That's awesome.
Like, okay,
I appreciate it. Yeah. A few years from now, we'll be down there. My daughter's a little too young, but I think my son would have a blast.
If you're listening, because you might be, because I tweeted this shit out. I love you, and yeah, this is what happens when you don't pay for the Corvette treatment.
All right, Cassandra.
Who else am I betting? End of round, top 10. Who else am I betting?
While you looked it up, Cassandra says bet the Redskins to finish top 10 whatever golf tournament starts the Thursday after week 18. I think it's a top 10.
Okay.
When you started that, I saw top 10 draft order.
Are we actually talking about McLaurin not resigning? Because McLaurin is definitely resigning. Like,
yeah, I'm not. It's beginning of June. I'm not too concerned about that.
No, we already bet the Redskins to win it, so I'm not worried.
And I bet all the exactas with Redskins versus the Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens.
Which I'll agree with. I think that's the smart move.
Yeah.
However,
they're like 80 to 1. All of them. 80 to 1, 90 to 1. All right. Any last bets before we do the predicted winner and then head out?
What about Carl? What about no, I'm not. I already did a long chart. a dart throw. So
yeah, you do the Guido, yeah. Nuggets, any last bets here?
Okay, hear me out. But I bet Davis Riley top 10 because of all the stuff we talked about.
Top 10 overall or top 10 first round?
Top 10 overall.
Okay.
I think that's solid. Listen, can Scotty win this 100%? But the number is just stupid. If you're gonna bet Scotty, you think Scotty's gonna win it, wait till the tournament kicks off, and then like see Scotty plummet like he normally does. Is Rory gonna win this? Absolutely not.
No.
Bryson is probably my favorite right now. Just granted, he's repeating. We don't like to bet repeating champs.
Different course though.
Agreed, 100%. But the guys I have outrights on are Hovland, Aberg, Neiman, and Hatton. They've never won a major. The history says somebody's going to win a major here. And the fact that they're all kind of European, I know I say Euro weenies, but and Butters back me up here, like given the rough, like it just feels like a British Open to me. And there's no tree. Like I feel like they're playing like Royal Troon from like 2 years ago, where there were no trees, tons of bunkers, but no water. Right? It just feels like that. I mean, and maybe I'm wrong about the water part about Royal Troon because they play on a coast. But like I just want guys that like have balls and just like don't care about weather and can hit the ball straight.
You know who doesn't care about weather? You're gonna hate me.
Oh, fuck you.
Phil.
I love you, but fuck you. Tell me. Just spit it out.
I just said
Phil Mixon.
Mickelson, yeah, exactly. Like, am I gonna bet Phil to win it? Yes. Am I gonna bet Phil to finish top 5, top 10? Yes, because the odds are just stupid. Because Phil could easily finish T2 here, and I'll take the money and run. Is he gonna win it? Probably not. Is he gonna pussy out? Yeah, but I'm out $30. I'm not out. But I'm not out 300. Is my point. Like I'd rather sprinkle on Phil than hope my whole week is Phil. If that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, we have to head out. So my predicted winner is
Go for it.
Bryson DeChambeau finishing 4 under par, and
now I got him at 1 under.
Okay.
I have him 1 under, and none of the bets cash for the field to be under par.
Okay, I think there will be 5 guys under par, and Bryson will be one of them at 4 under.
Ooh, who are your other 4?
Scheffler,
Joaquin's obviously one of them.
Scheffler, Joaquin,
I don't think Scotty gets under par here. I really don't. Rahm, I agree with.
Rahm and Oberg.
I agree with Oberg. Yep, I agree.
Okay. All right, Butters, who is your winner and scorer? Unless you want Nuggets to go first. I don't know.
He had me go. I don't care.
Go ahead.
Nuggets, who you got?
Hovland. -1.
Okay. So you have Bryson at -1 too. So playoff.
I would playoff between Bryson and Hovland, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Victor Hovland pulls it off.
Okay, nice.
And, and there's nothing at Bryson. I think Bryson's great. I think he could actually just win this, but winning the U.S. Open back to back is super tough.
Yeah. Again, I think a different course. If it was the same course, I'd be like that.
100%. 100%. Totally different course. Don't disagree. Not arguing any of that. My whole point is that, like, if we're going off of kind of like the last 5 of 6 are first time winners, Bryson's already won. So Hovland, Aberg, Neiman, and Hatton are like my guys that I'm targeting.
Yeah.
Can Bryson win this? 100%. No disagreement. But if you're asking me who I'm betting on to win it at Hovland at 50-1,
I got Scotty at -6.
-6? Nice. All right. Okay.
Scotty at -6? Can I get 5-1 on that?
How do you mean that? If he finishes -5, you lose? Like
Basically, yeah.
That's a good bet.
It clears out your credit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having a gentleman's bet. Come on now.
All right.
Small penis then.
All right, we're 2 hours.
Sam, where are you? Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Sam, for sure. And that is it for today's show. Please hit like, subscribe, comment below. Shows
we appreciate you putting up with us for this long.
It's always a blast.
Walter's awesome. We try to provide our best advice. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, please hit me up on Twitter. I'm more than happy to take all the darts. I mean, we do this off data and science. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it should have. If some amateur, like, oh my god, like who is the dude? Michael Block, who was the guy who hit the hole-in-one at the U.S. Open like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Michael Block.
Yeah, like if that dude hits a hole-in-one, like, sorry, we're not gonna see that shit.
Yeah,
but like,
you never know where the ball's gonna bounce. It's weird.
Exactly, but however, I do have one crazy ass sleeper I do want to say.
Okay.
Ryder Cup captain Keegan Bradley.
Okay, I can be behind that.
Yeah, he's 15th at the model, but he putts so poorly that I
does. But here, okay, what do I care about here more, putting or accuracy?
Yeah, I think you could like play him in DFS. I just like to win outright.
100%. He's a DFS play 100%.
Yeah.
But at plus 100-1 to win it, he hasn't won a major. He's the Ryder Cup captain.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean, some people were like all over like Harry English and all that other shit. I almost might want to be on him.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty
Or
tough.
Worst case, he's a top 5, top 10 bet. I'm just saying. I mean, like, Keegan, tough conditions. He could pull something off. However, I will say that the Travelers Championship, which is in his home state, is the following week. So I'm a little worried because I think he fits this model well. I think he could block it all out, but if he doesn't win this, he could win Travelers next week.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. I mean, and he would be a repeat because he won it last year. So I know it's not the sexiest name in the house, but just to put it out there.
Yeah, I mean that's it could happen. Just like I said, the putting bothers me, but for DFS he's 7,400.
I don't disagree with you. I think the putting is 100% questionable, especially with these greens that are like super fast. Like that one guy who hit it 22 yards, or was it 122 yards or 122 feet? I forget which.
Yeah, feet. It have to be feet. 122 yards. Yeah, that'd be such a big green. It was like a quarter of the hole.
No, it was something super ridiculous. Oh, it was Zach Blair that did it.
Zach Blair kind of like we didn't talk about him. He's very accurate. He has no power at all, but he's accurate. I think he can make the cut. If you're looking to like plus something guy to make the cut, I think he could do it. Anyway, all right, guys, where can people find you and follow you on Twitter? What are your handles?
Yeah, it was Zach Blair, 122 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It was 122 yards. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, so it wasn't 122 feet. It was 122 yards.
But did what? I mean, he hit.
He putted. 122 yards with a putter.
What? Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not joking about this. And he got within like a couple feet of the cup.
That's pretty insane.
Hey, so down the fair, yeah, it wasn't even obviously not on the green. Yeah, it's he putted the ball down the fairway, 122 yards. This is crazy. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean that was on hole 1 of this course.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I didn't make this up.
That's
I make up some stuff, but I didn't make this up.
I was to say, like, there's no green that's 122 yards, but like,
Oh no, there isn't. But like the fact that he chose that over like laying up or something.
yeah, that's crazy. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like
But
I
then
said,
again,
he's
I
accurate,
honestly think this is more of a joke than anything.
yeah. Anyway, where can people find you guys?
I'm at Nuggets DFS. I post random bets from here and there. I wish my home run bet thing hit tonight, but it didn't because Shohei didn't hit a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I occasionally post round 1, round 2, round 3 leaders there.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh,
and I am currently working with if you want D-Rock's DFS and bets, there's a 50% promo to sign up for them. If you want more information, just hit me up on Facebook or Twitter.
Okay. Butters, where can people find you?
You can find me at Butters326 DFS on Twitter. That's about it.
Okay. All right, guys. Great show as always. I love having you guys on the show. It's always a blast. Good luck to everyone. Hope you guys hit all your bets and win some big money. Let's go, Guido. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. No Kenny. Kenny's sister is graduating college, so congrats,
Kenny.
Congrats to Kenny's sister. We're gonna have a replacement guest. It's gonna be Mike Lucine from NFLRoughDraft.com. So looking forward to that. Mike's a great co-host on here. So he's super insightful in fantasy. So we're going to do some fantasy talk, and then not sure who Thursday's guest is going to be. Saturday, Tom's going to be back. So check back for the rest of the week. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.